What's going on, YouTube? Happy Friday. It's Mr. Ferguson here again, back in my lawn. Hope you're having a fantastic day today. Man, it is brutally hot here in North Carolina. We are, by the time you're watching this on Friday, we are hitting 99 degrees, 95 degrees. It is hot. It is hot. So I've been out here. You may be able to vaguely see behind me. It's a little blurry, I know, with the cinematic mode here on the iPhone, but watering the lawn all afternoon as I work from home, coming out here moving the sprinkler. So that's what I've been doing, trying to keep the grass, as we talked about, mainly in the front yard, but the 2-year-old grass, it gets thirsty too. So we're trying to keep it watered, trying to keep it healthy. So thank you for tuning in today. We're not going to be 16 minutes, 13 minutes like we've been the past couple videos. If you like that, let me know below. But I'm also going to need you to comment something else below as we get into it. So my watering is done on this section. I've finally done the side and the backyard. So let me cut my water off. Let's come back. I want to ask you guys a question. I want to let you decide a big thing that typically I decide, but I'm gonna let you guys decide something for me in the fall. So let's talk about it. All right, so watering is complete for today and hopefully for the week. I watered the front yard yesterday and it's been so hot. It's been 90. Tomorrow it's supposed to be 95. I think it's supposed to be 99 degrees. It's just, man, sometimes it's brutal, especially when you're not getting the rain. And we got that 1.5 inches of rain last week, but since then we was at Dad's. I had to change the rotors off the old Colorado. Me and Dad did that, and put new brake pads. I put some slotted and drilled rotors on the Colorado, way better. And while he's doing that, rained like 15-20 minutes at his house. We got nothing. So anyways, so no rain here, so we have to do it the old fashioned style with sprinklers and dragging it around. So it is what it is. The Lord will provide. So just wanted to recap. If you guys haven't seen the last two videos we did last week, we talked about ethofumicate, we talked about POA annual, we talked about when POA germinates in our soil here, at least in North Carolina. So if you're from North Carolina, those two videos should be of interest to you. NC State says 80% of our POA germinates between 1 September and 30 October. So that is when we need to be making the decision. If you're able to pre-emerge it in your lawn anywhere in any sections, you want to have it down by 1 September. That's my plan this year. That's personally what I'm going to do. So I just wanted to bring that to you as well. So we talked about that, and I touched on a little bit about aerating. And I wanted to mention, you guys, if you've been around the channel since I started this channel, documenting my journey here in my lawn since 2019 in the fall, I have core aerated every single year. It's just been part of my process because the first time I did it and I seeded, it worked and seed came up. If you guys, some of y'all don't know, but I killed off my entire backyard, which is blurred out to you in this mode. But I killed off the entire backyard in about this time of year. It was about late July when I did it, and the whole month of August I glyphosate. I cut it all short, glyphosate, and if I got pictures I'll put them up while I talk about it. But my neighbors thought I was loony, and that's when I decided I'm going to try to have a nice lawn. I had weeds, I had fescue, I don't know what I had back here, but I killed it all off, and I did it so early that I had crabgrass and crap pop back in. And I think the pictures that I took was after we had seeded that day, aerated, and put down starter fert and all that good stuff. So there's some pictures. It was a desert, and then when it came up, it was the greatest feeling ever. And that's why I started this channel. I was like, dude, look at what God allowed me and helped me to do. This is amazing. Cutting it, now getting the lawn striper and manicuring it. It's just, there's no greater feeling. And that's why I do what I do. I achieved what I set out to do thanks to Alan Hain, thanks to Pete Denny at GCI Turf. I give them both all the credit for helping me and just recording it along the way. And so, point being, aerating has always been something I do every single fall. So this is going to be the first fall that I don't aerate. And so I'll just reiterate this again on this quick Friday like recap video. You don't have to aerate every single time, and that's kind of where my mind went. Oh, we gotta aerate, gotta do it every year, and you really don't. So we're gonna, and if not, we're gonna find out this year. I'm not gonna aerate this year. I'm not gonna open up the soil. Could that be why we had so much POA triv this past? I don't know. I don't think it was in the triple threat, and I haven't talked a lot about triple threat. We bought the triple threat. I did all the triple threat only in the front yard, but I had POA triv in the backyard. I had POA triv in the side yard, and these are all GCI Turf Jonathan Green sections. So if anyone is wondering, I think it's in that triple threat used, Mr. Ferguson. I don't think that's correct because I didn't put any triple threat in my backyard. I only seeded that in the front. So I think it was just maybe aerating contributed to that a little bit. And so, are you going to aerate this year? If you've already aerated within the past 3-4 years, that's the last video, I think you're totally fine. And again, I'm going to test it out without doing it. I'm just going to do pre-emergent, I'm going to do fertilizer, and I'm going to mow. And I don't think there's anything else I need to add, but pre-emergent, fertilizer, and get this thing greened up. As soon as the temperatures start cooling down, I'm ready to jump on that striper again, get it striped up, get it looking beautiful like we know cool season grass can. So I wanted to mention that just briefly about the aeration part. And lastly, what I want help with you guys, before we go there actually, I want to say thank you to each and every one of you for 5,000 subscribers. I went, honest to God, hand on the Bible, I started recording. This channel started because I wanted to record what I was doing in case I screwed up my lawn. When I killed everything off, I was like, oh my gosh. And there's no scarier feeling than killing all of the quote grass you have and your neighbors thinking you're a nutbag. And then all of a sudden you grow GCI turf. I put all my marbles in that bag of Alan Haynes lawn care plan, and that's why I talk about it, because as soon as that grass came up a month and a half after killing everything off, everybody was like, oh my gosh, look how gorgeous. So I went from the loony guy to the guy that knew everything about grass all of a sudden. So I filmed it all. And I said, this is what I'm going to do way ahead of time. I took care of the grass I had in 2019. And then come fall time, I was like, let's do it, baby. We got that aerator. I pushed that thing everywhere. We put down seed. We put down starter fert. That's when Carbon X was actually a fertilizer at that time. I think we used the starter fert, maybe starter X or something like that. I don't know. And when it came up, I was hooked. And so it's been a long journey. And I just want to thank each and every one of you. I never thought I would see 5,000 subscribers. Never thought I would have a relationship with Alan Haynes or Pete Denny emailing me and talking with these guys just from documenting my lawn care journey. And it's all in the history of this page. Check out some of the old videos. And so I just want to thank you guys. I never thought I'd see 5,000 subscribers. And if you guys didn't subscribe, it would never happen. And so glory be to the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. I give all praise and honor to Jesus. So last thing I wanted to say was, as far as fertilizer this fall, since we're talking about fall, last thing before we close out this video, because I want to be brief, is what fertilizer do you guys want to see us use here on the channel for our first application in the fall, in September? We're going to be doing pre-emergent, but then we're going to hit it with fert. Do you want to see old school Milorganite? Do you want to go back to the protein? I love the protein. I think it's phenomenal. Do you want to see some Yard Mastery flagship get thrown down? Do you guys want to see that humic coated urea? I think that may be top of my list right now, the Anderson's humic coated urea. Matter of fact, I'm going to put a link to that below. If you've never used that humic coated urea or urea in itself, check that out. I still have wallpaper on my phone of that this past fall, because it looks so dark green, so beautiful. So I want to know, and if you've never commented on the channel ever before, I want to hear from you. Comment for the first time. Let this be your first video. Say, hey, Mr. Ferguson, been watching. This is the first time I've ever commented. This is what I think, and I just want to hear from you. But all of you regular commenters, what do you guys think? If you don't care, say whatever you want, Mr. Ferguson. But if you're like, hey, I've been looking at this new product, this looks pretty good, what do you think? If I see a lot of people recommending the same thing, we'll go with that and we'll announce it here. We also got to get going on the project line up at the church. I'm going to be filming there. Let me know if you're interested in that. I don't want to start something everybody's like, but I do want to get the preschool having some nice green grass around there. Regardless, if you guys don't care, we won't film it, but I'm still going to do the project. So let me know your thoughts about the little project lawn. Maybe a lot of people have taken off the summer from lawn care, so let me know that as well. So just a brief Friday video recapping, thinking about fall, thinking about the future, thinking about fertilizer, talking a little bit about aeration and opening up the soil. And we've talked about pre-emergent the past two videos. So please check those out. Make your plan. Let me know your plan below. With that said, God bless you guys. Happy Friday to you. Hope you have a fantastic weekend in July, not August. I know you guys picked on me for saying August when I just woke up, but God bless you guys. Thank you again so much. Stay subscribed, stay tuned, join the channel memberships if you're interested, and we'll see you on the next lawn care video, hopefully on Monday. God bless.